Hi friends, welcome to my channel. I am Sunique and I've got a little unboxing. I've just started taking the cellophane off and thought we'd look at this one together. And it's called The Secret Language of Birds. Get this off. There's a terrible glare on this. But it's a really, I don't know if I can get it all on screen actually. It's a really large box we've got here. So it's a bit like the Mary L box, if you like, and it's called The Secret Language of Birds by Adele Nosdar and Linda Sutton. And it's a schiffer deck. The images that I've seen so far online look absolutely amazing, and the foreword is by Philip Carr-Gomm. Does it say on the back here? Birds were once considered to be messengers from the gods, and the tarot was once called the game of gods and birds. I did not know that. Okay. Ancient stories all over the world set great store by their augurs, who were experts at divination by analysis of birds. These magical magician priests had the skills to interpret the flight patterns and behaviour of birds in order to translate the desires of their deities. Every bird in this beautiful illustrated 78 card deck has been carefully chosen for its relationship to each tarot card and uses mythology, folklore and legend, as well as the natural characteristics of each bird, to underline that connection. We invite you to fly into the world of magic as you learn the secret language of birds. And we've got some example illustrations on the back of the box. Let's get this box open because we've got a ribbon here. Okay. So we've got the book on one side and the cards on the other. So thank heavens it isn't the cards in two piles, because that does annoy me. A nice thick guidebook. Let's get that one out. Cards are massive. Gosh, they are big. So look at the size of those. Oh, they are big. Right, let's get them out of the cellophane first. So these are the backs of the cards. Druidcraft and Wildwood both have sort of similar backs to these, don't they? Anyway, they are really large cards. Okay, in fact, here I've got, oh look at this. Would you believe it, I've got the Wildwood right here. Look at the size difference. Wow. That size difference. Gosh, they are big, big cards. Okay, let's have a look at the guidebook a bit first. Like I said, Schiffer published. About the author, about the artist. Gosh, to one side, they're so big. So there's the author and there's the artist, Linda Sutton. Trying to find when this was published. 2011. Copyright. This is quite an old deck. Easily available though. It didn't take me much to get it. I'm trying to get through a few videos actually. I was just looking at my YouTube and I've got about 7 videos I've put up that I haven't published. But then I don't want to overload everybody with loads and loads of videos, so I'll put them up bit by bit, I think. So if you want to know what I've got coming, what I've already actually videoed, then we have the Circe deck, which is this one, a Circe Tarot. I've already uploaded that as well. And there's a few others that I've uploaded but not actually published. So what else? Queen Mab, which is an oracle based on Shakespeare, and the Medicine Heart, the Alana Fairchild latest oracle. The Mermaid's Purse, Olivia Rose, yes, I actually bought that. And the Ethereal Visions Lunar version, because I already have the Ethereal Visions by Matt Hughes. So yeah, those are already up, and also there's another one up that was a swap video when I swapped a deck for my unicorn deck, and I actually have spoken about it on one of my videos, and briefly. A little teaser. But yeah, I'm not sure what order to put them up in. It's getting crazy, and I've even got videos up that oh gosh, last year sometime. There's quite a few of those as well that I've not actually published. So what I thought, I might start publishing some of them because I'm still not over this cold here. I'm still feeling a little under the weather, and so I'm having to, the past 3 videos, I'm having to keep stopping the video to cough. It's such a bad cold, this one, you know. I mean, even trying to eat and you end up coughing, it's not nice. But hopefully, I mean, I've had it now, what? I think this is day 8. Hopefully, by Tuesday, Wednesday, it should be gone. Back to the video. Okay, acknowledgements and thank yous. The foreword by Philip Carlcom. The introduction, or The Winged Chariot. The Game of Gods and Birds, a short history of the tarot. The 22 birds of the major arcana. The 4 flocks of the minor arcana. Divination with the secret language of birds tarot, and a conclusion. 208 pages. Yeah, 208. Enjoy your flight. Wow, that's a lot of pages, isn't it? William Blake. I'll give you a little preview as well. I have had the first edition William Blake tarot forever. Here comes the helicopter. Okay, I think it's gone. Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, I've had the William Blake tarot since it came out, and it's a long time ago. And I've never really used it. It's a bit of a different system, which I'll talk about, but not in this video. But the reason I'm mentioning it now is because I decided after all this time to buy myself a 3rd edition of that deck. So I haven't opened it as yet. And I wanted to compare it with that 1st edition because I want to keep hold of the 1st edition because the guidebook on that is the best of the guidebooks. But these images here, this is an Ed Burren deck. The images on the 3rd edition, I've been told, are a lot brighter and easier to see, whereas the ones on the 1st edition, I had trouble with the images. I think that helicopter's coming back round. I'll just pause. Okay, there's been 2 helicopters going round and round all morning, so something's not right, is it? Anyway. So yeah, William Blake. How do you know but every bird that cuts the airy way is an immense world of delight, closed to your senses? 5. Oh, helicopter's back. I'll pause. I'm back. I think it's gone. Okay, so we've got an introduction background to how the deck was conceived. Yeah, nice story, I think, by the looks of that. Free will and destiny. Nothing to change but your own mind. Oh wow, that is cool. The tarot and ornithomancy. Sorry, I was just about to cough. I'm trying to stop coughing. Right, so that's divination by birds. And it says here, in ancient Greece, the word for omen or sign was the same as that for bird. That's interesting. So we've got here a short history of the tarot, and this is interesting. As early as 1420, there are references to a certain game of gods and birds, which was commissioned by Visconti. So, you know, we've got the Visconti tarot, haven't we? The game, devised by Marizano de Tortona, was played with a deck of cards of 4 suits. Each suit represents virtues, virginities, riches, and pleasures. And each suit was represented by a bird. These birds were eagles, phoenixes, turtle doves, and doves. And since this was all before the invention of the printing press, yeah, only wealthy people could afford them because they were hand-painted. And they were used for playing games, not for divination. We've got Casanova here. What's this? In 1765, he tells us that a mistress of his used such cards for fortune telling. Well, okay. Anyway, 22 birds of the major arcana, the spirit of the tarot. So we have a thumbnail. Well, I say a thumbnail, it's pretty big, but not as big as the actual card though. I mean, the card is huge. Keywords. Oh, we've got a little tag here. He who has no fixed goal can never lose his way. So each tarot card is in Italian, Il Matto being the Fool. We have a description. Oh, got quite a bit here. So there's a description, the Fool and the Cuckoo, significance of the Fool and the Cuckoo. Well, there's a lot of information. Okay, a lot of information for one card in the majors. Does that happen in the minors? Have a look. So you've got reversed meanings as well as upright. The 4 flops of the minor arcana. So, from the north, the element of earth, flies the tiny wren who carries a coin in its beak. From the south, and the element of fire, we see the skylark, symbolising wands. From the east, carried along by the element of air, is the seagull, representing swords. And finally, from the west, the kingfisher signifies the element of water and the suit of cups. Do you know, those are brilliant associations when you think about it. I mean, skylarks. Oh, I love hearing the skylarks in the summer across the golf course. And they're such tiny birds, but they're so loud. Oh, and seagulls, well, we get a lot of seagulls here. I mean, you've probably heard a lot in the background when I'm making videos. Yeah. And swords, yeah, I totally align seagulls with swords. You will notice that each of the first 10 cards in each suit asks a question. This question is meant to trigger thoughts, ideas, conversation, maybe even possible solutions. Okay, so we go on to the suit. The final 4 cards of this suit, which is the Cup, sees our flock of kingfishers shape shifting into human characters for the court cards. So we've got 1 page dedicated to each of the minor arcana. And it looks like 2 pages for each court card. We've got quotes as well. Here is one from Dylan Thomas for the King of Cups. He says, look a little bit pippish. Divination with the secret language of birds. Tarot card superstitions. Oh, I should never buy your own deck. Yeah, okay. Tell that to a deck collector. Deck collector. You know, deck collector and debt collector said fast sounds the same. Anyway, beloved Celtic cross here. We have a wheel spread, 13 card spread. So it's the migration, since it represents the flight of birds around the globe. We have the flock in a flock formation. Notes on reversals. And then conclusion. That's a really good book. Okay, so the cardstock is very glossy and quite thin. So I actually don't think it'd take much to damage these cards. They crease quite easily and bend quite easily as well. That just has. Okay. As I said, they're very, very large. And this is our Fool. So as I said, the titles are in Italian. Here we've got a crocodile look. It reminds me of the Thoth deck. Got the Thoth? Have I got the Thoth? I've always got the Thoth. The Thoth is always next to me. Just a little comparison here. I bet it's, oh, there it is. Yeah. We've got the alligator there, look. On the Fool card in the Thoth. And there it is in this deck, so that's interesting. Apparently this bird is a cuckoo. Now, cuckoos don't have a great reputation, do they? The cuckoo lays its eggs in another bird's nest so that that bird will look after it, and then as the cuckoo crows, then it throws the other chicks or eggs out of the nest. Yeah, not a great reputation at all. go fly. So, I mean, if you think about the fall jumping off the side of the cliff, and then you think about a cuckoo throwing eggs or throwing chicks out of the nest so it can survive itself. There's a bit of a different take, really, isn't it, when you think about it? Okay, that's just my thoughts. You know, I like to say my thoughts on these things. Anyway, magician. So what do we have? It's a J. This is a J on the magician. I don't really know much about J's, but this apparently is Johnny Depp. It says, me, I'm dishonest, and you can always trust a dishonest man to be dishonest. It's the honest ones you have to watch out for. And that's a Johnny Depp quote. Okay, so is this, I think this is supposed to be Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp's got, he's so talented, musician and artist. I mean, his pictures are amazing, as well of course, of his acting career. But yeah, playing alongside Alice Cooper. Okay, La Papesse would be the High Priestess, and it's the owl. So it's the owl that's taking centre stage on the High Priestess. And you can see it here. So I wonder if that's to do with Athena. I'm just looking in the book. It talks about Lilith. And calls Lilith the Sumerian goddess of death, who was depicted in 2300 BC as a winged bird-footed and accompanied by owls. There we go. A psychopomp. The Empress is the dove. That's nice, the way the dove is actually part of the body there. They're beautiful. There never was a woman like her. She was gentle as a dove and brave as a lioness. And that's attributed to a US President, Andrew Jackson, speaking about his mother. The Emperor. Hawks? Yeah, hawks. So every card has got a quote from somebody famous. This is from the Dalai Lama. In the practice of tolerance, one's enemy is the best teacher. This is going to be a good guidebook. That's Pavarotti. That is Pavarotti, isn't it? Ho ho ho. The kite. And the quote is Jean Cocteau, and art is not a pastime but a priesthood. Ha! And look at all the astrological symbols here. And the cross keys. And we've even got the Zodiac Association there. And there, look, we've got the High Priest's staff. Oh, lots to look at in this deck. Lovers. Got the parrots. That's interesting, isn't it? Parrots. We'll go a bit quicker, I think. Okay, so this is the Chariot, very definitely. Eagles. Eagle-eyed, yes. That's a good saying, isn't it? Being eagle-eyed, being aware. We have Justice, but in the book it says Strength. And you know what? These cards aren't numbered. So you could put, but yeah, that's definitely Justice, look, because we've got the scales there and the sword. So the cards have been put in a different order. So there's Strength. Let's put them in the order of the book. And it says 8 Strength in the book, so I'm going with that. And of course we have a lion. But we've also got a hummingbird or 2. Okay, the Hermit is the peregrine falcon. Wow, beautiful. The Wheel of Fortune is the swallow. Always sad to see swallows go this time of year. That's nice, isn't it? We've got the moon here. And the wheel there. This is some sort of an angel. And then we come to our Justice card, which would be 11. And the ostrich. The ostrich. That's strange. Ostriches, you know, they put their heads in the sand and don't want to see the truth. So this talks about Ma'at, the Egyptian goddess of law and justice, always depicted wearing an ostrich feather. So that's why it's aligned to an ostrich. I did wonder. Okay. This is called the Hanging Man, not the Hangman, but the Hanging Man. And this is a pelican. Amazing, amazing birds, pelicans, aren't they? So huge. Here we have death and the vulture. Well, that's very apt for the death card, isn't it, when you think about it? Vultures prey. Temperance is a robin. It says the Temperance Robin card melds together the lessons learned by all the other cards in the tarot. The need to be the fool as well as the father, for example. The Temperance card reminds us that all the facets of the characters we meet in a tarot deck are all different aspects of ourselves. It's a good way to think about it, isn't it? Okay, the devil. And we have a magpie. Magpie likes shiny things. Attracted to shiny things. The tower is the raven. Now, isn't that good when you think about the Tower of London? Because the Tower of London is well known for its ravens. So how cool is that? That's really good. I wonder if that was meant. I mean, that's not nice, but yeah. A tower is a citadel or fortress, a safe place. A tower is built to be strong, used as a place to both defend and attack. The necessity for a tower presupposes there must be riches of some kind in the vicinity. The person or people who had the wherewithal to build the tower must be comfortable, secure and powerful. They must occupy a very secure and protected position in life, in their ivory towers. The star. These cards are gorgeous, aren't they? We have a nightingale. And the nightingale sings. Okay, so for the moon we have, I think that's a swan, isn't it? Yes, a swan. And this is Leda. I thought so. The Greek myth in which the god Zeus took on the form of a bird in order to seduce the beautiful daughter of the Spartan king. The resulting offspring included Helen of Troy. The golden collar around the neck of the swan bears the name of Leda's supernatural lover. The crayfish on the wing of the swan is not one of the traditional symbols of the moon card, and the moon itself appears in the top right hand corner of the picture in crescent form. So lots of symbols to actually work with in this deck as well. And for the sun we have a peacock. And look, we've got the child's hand. Oh, this is a delightful deck. Why didn't I not know about this deck before? It's cool. Oh, I'm trying not to go off. Failed. Okay, Judgment is a crane. And then the World is a hoopoe. Oh, wow, look at this. What's this about here? It says in the top left-hand corner of the picture, peeking over the globe. Oh, there is a small cherubic character. At the other side appears the head and wing of an eagle. Hovering to the right of the globe is a small winged lion creature. Oh, it's the four fixed signs, isn't it? Of course it is. That threw me there. Is it a teddy bear? What is it? Okay, let's have a little look at the minors then, and we'll start with the ones, Suze. So the ones are skylarks. This really reminds me of the Marseille, this image here. They are pips, as you can see. There's a lot of fiery energy there. So yeah, I won't spend too much time here, but yeah, you can see they're pip cards. Okay, so now we have the court cards. Now let's just look here. So this is the Queen. As normally we get, what do we get? Page, Knight, Queen, King, Princess, Prince, Queen and Knight in the Thoth. But this is starting off with the Queen. So this is our Queen with her cats. So the bird is now here, but we've got a family of cats here, little kittens. And then we've got the king and a quote from Barack Obama. So if that indicates this is Barack Obama, I'm not sure. Then we've got at card 13 and 14 the gods and goddesses. So this is the god. Here we turn to India for our inspiration in the Gandabarunda or Barunda, a fearsome bird that has its teeth in its beak. Ooh. And which often appears in Hindu temples, sometimes double-headed to reinforce its power. Okay, so it's actually got wings as well. Yeah, and we've got fire here, so we can see it's the wands. I thought it was an iguana when I first looked at it, but look at these teeth! So this is the goddess with the firebird. It's definitely, yeah, firebird, isn't it? So that's, yeah, that's interesting. So that's the wand suit, or the fire suit. Next we will go to the cup suit. And again, we've got beautiful background on that. So we had that beautiful red background for the fire. And now we've got this beautiful blue background for the cups. And kingfishers. So again, it's a pips, yeah, pip deck. Love kingfishers, gorgeous birds. So tiny, so elusive, really difficult to actually catch sight of one. Although I have down on the River Gannel. I was like mesmerised. Beautiful. Got the cup in the middle of all these pips. Constellations in the background. Come on to the 10, and then again we've got this different order. So this is the Queen, who looks to me very much like Elizabeth Taylor. For the little fish here, that's a nod to religion, really, isn't it? I wonder if that's addressed in the book. No, it doesn't. It says the woman wears a heart on a sleeve. Oh, there you go. There's the heart. It doesn't say who it is. It does look like a young Elizabeth Taylor, doesn't it? Then we have the king. We have a quote from Dylan Thomas, so I'm wondering if this is Dylan Thomas, the Welsh author. And then we're going the gods and goddesses again. So now kingfishers have changed. What do we have? The Feng Huang, the mysterious Chinese equivalent of the phoenix. Another firebird. So that's the god and that's the goddess. So we've gone to China in the cups. Oh, China cups. Sorry. It just occurred to me, China cups. Alright, so we'll go to swords next, I think, and here we go. Swords are a seagull. Not my favourite bird, it has to be said. They're very much opportunists. And here in Cornwall, they are very, very, very big and can be very aggressive. It's another bird that will throw another seagull's chicks off roofs. I've seen it happen. It's horrendous. It's yeah, it's very disturbing to see, but it happens. Ruthless they are. Then man has taken over, I suppose. They do what they have to do to survive. So here we have our Queen of Swords. And this, let's have a look. Queen of Swords. What's this? Is this a grumpy looking cat? I'm not sure. Look at that. The fruit has been made into a smile. made into a face to temper the sharpness of the steel. Oh. Red rose. I mean, that's got sharp thorns as well, hasn't it? Yes, he's a cat. A beautiful white cat curls drowsy but not asleep on her lap, and a crescent moon appears in the sky above. That's a funny looking cat. I don't know if it's just the way it's been. I don't know. It doesn't look right, does it, somehow? It's just me. Yeah, it looks a bit, I don't know. That's a strange card for a Queen of Swords. A strange image. Huh? Anyway, the king. Who do you think that is? I wonder. And then we're going to gods and goddesses. So, here, the condor, a mythical bird. One of the sacred creatures in the Latin American bird myths. It is able to fly for 10 miles without once flapping its wings, able to simply soar on the air effortlessly. And then we have a goddess. The quote is from Drew Barrymore. A fish may love a bird, but where would they live? That's funny. Even got a feathered headband here. Well, it's such a different deck, isn't it? Yeah, I said I wanted different decks, so I'm getting different decks. Alright, what do we have here? We have Final Susie as the coins, or denarii, or however you want to speak, however you want to call it. Coins, pentacles. Anyway, this is the wren. Beautiful. That was in shadow. Huh. 3, 4. Love this sun glyph. Really. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Rushing through to try and look at the court cards. Well, it looks a bit Bridget Bardot to me. Does. But whether I'm right or not, the book will not tell me. The quote is by Charlotte Bronte. I am no bird, and no net ensnares me. I am a free human being with an independent will. That something there is on a necklace. It says there are 3 wrens. Okay, 1, 2. Well, I presume that's another wren then. 1 in the foreground, 1 on a coin at the base of the card, and the 3rd perches on her elbow. That's what it says in the book. The king. It doesn't tell us who the figures are, and I can make a guess, but I wouldn't want to be wrong. This is about practicality, because it's the king of coins. Then we go to god and goddess. Yeah, these are definitely famous people, aren't they? Anyway, we've got an owl. The final royal pair in the suit of coins transforms from wrens into magical, mystical owls. This switch is a reminder of the tale from the it's Welsh. Mabinogion, in which Blodwed, the girl made from blossoms, is transformed into an owl. The delicate blue tracery on the wings of the owls is an homage to Alan Garner's extraordinary book, The Owl Service, which is a dark and imaginative reworking of the original tale. Oh, that's something to look at. And then the goddess. Coin's large as well on this one, isn't it? We've still got a small one. This one is an earring. But yeah, we've got a large one there. A lover of all the sensual delights. Sounds like the Empress. Anyway, those are the cards, which are absolutely stunning. And as I said, it's an older deck. And yeah, I think I'll look at one of the pick cards, I think. Let's have a look and see how they read. So the 7 here of coins. Let's have a look at that and see what the guide tells us. Keywords: harvest, reaping, rewards, growth. Question inspired by this card: what are my priorities? Drawn upright. It often takes a lot of hard work keeping your head down before you start to see the benefits of it. The 7 wrens here are telling you that it's okay to look up now and appreciate what you've managed to achieve. Imagine the analogy of a gardener who toils long and hard with a spade, which is actually that's actually the image we're used to seeing on a Rider-Waite-Smith, isn't it? The real pleasure is often in sitting down and doing nothing, simply enjoying the flowers. If you're not careful, you could get exhausted with the amount of work that you set yourself, and the intensity of your concentration means that you might even be having sleepless nights. So it's time to put some perspective in your life, and your close friends and family will probably agree with this. It might also be the case that a little streamlining might be in order, a cutting away of any dead wood or parts of your life that have ceased to be either useful or beautiful. Again, it will require you to stand back for a moment to grasp which things need to go. But yeah, it's a Rider-Waite-Smith interpretation, isn't it? Okay, so that has been The Secret Language of Birds, and I'm looking forward to reading the rest of this beautiful guidebook. It's so full of information, history, mythology. Yeah, it's lovely. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. As I say, I've got quite a few videos recorded, uploaded, but not yet published. So I think I'm going to start publishing them because my health requires me to rest, I think, for another few days, and I haven't been, and I think it would be wise if I did. So the next few videos probably will be pre-recorded ones. So I hope you enjoy them anyway, and until the next time, friends, bye for now.